Your person was deeply consumed by their ego, which caused them to resist the connection they shared with you. It wasn't that they failed to see the depth or importance of what you had together, rather, they deliberately chose to ignore the guidance of their intuition. Fear held them back, fear of breaking down their walls and revealing the vulnerabilities they had carefully hidden behind layers of insecurity and self-protection. These walls were not built overnight. They were shaped by past experiences with love and relationships that left them feeling disillusioned and guarded. Those experiences, marked by heartbreak and disappointment, led them to develop a defense mechanism of appearing cold and distant as a way to shield themselves from further pain. This behavior wasn't solely directed at you, it became their default way of interacting with everyone around them. Yet, no matter how much they tried to suppress their feelings or dismiss the connection, reminders of you and the bond you shared kept appearing in their life. These signs were undeniable, but instead of embracing them, they chose to run from their emotions. The truth was that your relationship stirred something deep within them, unresolved wounds and unhealed traumas from their past. Confronting this pain felt too difficult, so they pushed those feelings aside. Even though they always saw you as a kind, gentle, and genuine person, the intensity of your connection acted as a mirror, reflecting parts of themselves they weren't ready to face, their shadow side, insecurities, and flaws they worked hard to hide, even from themselves. This dynamic between you was overwhelming, not due to a lack of love, but because of the profound energy it created. Your connection was anything but superficial, it brought depth and intensity that challenged them in ways they hadn't anticipated. It was a transformative experience, one that compelled growth and healing. For someone who had spent so much time denying their own wounds, this was deeply unsettling, even frightening. Yet, despite their resistance, the universe persistently intervened, guiding them toward a higher path. Signs, synchronicities, and moments of clarity began to appear, gently urging them to rise above their ego and embrace their higher self. These experiences served as reminders that change and self-awareness were not just necessary but inevitable. However, this journey was one they had to undertake alone, and for a long time, they struggled to take those first steps. The turning point came when you stopped chasing them. For so long, you had offered your love, care, and patience, hoping they would finally recognize what was right in front of them. But eventually, you realized that holding on was hindering your growth. When you let go, truly let go, they were forced to face the emptiness left by your absence. It was in that silence that the gravity of the situation hit them. They began to see your value, not just as someone who cared for them, but as someone irreplaceable in their life. Your love couldn't be replaced by material things or the shallow relationships they had relied on to fill the void. With your energy withdrawn and your focus turned inward, they were confronted with the reality they had been avoiding. This shift was powerful, leaving no room for them to escape their feelings. They could no longer ignore the truth. Your presence in their life was extraordinary. It wasn't just about love, it was about the depth of connection, the care, and the understanding that only you could provide. They realized that what they had with you was rare and profound, something they might never find again. Now, they are being guided to embrace this love with courage and strength. The universe continues to lead them toward healing and growth, helping them rise above the fears and insecurities that once held them back. Your relationship has always been more than just a romantic bond, it's a journey of transformation, pushing both of you toward your higher selves. As they navigate this path, they are beginning to understand that the love they share with you isn't just about comfort or companionship, but about growth, trust, and authenticity. They are being called to release the past, to stop holding on to the pain that has defined them for so long, and to step into a new version of themselves, one that is open to love, vulnerability, and the possibility of a future with you. This realization is profound. They now understand that your love is unique and irreplaceable, not by material things or anyone else. It challenges them, inspires them, and ultimately helps them grow. While the journey to this point has been difficult, it has also been necessary. Throughout it all, the universe has been guiding them, and now it's up to them to rise to the occasion and embrace the love they've been so afraid of, with the strength and courage it truly deserves. Please don't mistake my silence for ignorance or indifference. My silence doesn't mean I don't love you or that I don't need you. The truth is, you are incredibly precious to me, more than I could ever fully express in words. Your presence has been transformative in my life, making me feel completely new and alive, as though I've been awakened in your energy. I cannot overstate how much you mean to me or how deeply I value having you in my life. I deeply regret hurting you. It pains me to know that I caused you to suffer. I know I lashed out, and while I might have been triggered by my own emotions, that's no excuse. None of it was your fault, even though I made you feel otherwise. The blame is entirely mine. For so long, I was irresponsible and quick to point fingers at others for my own issues. I see now how unfair and immature that was, and I hate that I subjected you to that. Over the past few days, I've been reflecting deeply on my feelings for you, and I've felt a surge of love so powerful that it's difficult to describe. You've always been special to me, but during this time, I've realized just how invaluable you are in my life. It has also hit me how much pain I've caused you with my actions, pain you never deserved. I acted out of pride and rudeness, and I am so sorry for all the times I misunderstood you. My words were harsh and thoughtless, and I know I hurt you in ways that were cruel and unfair. Looking back, I can see that I treated you in the same way others had treated me. Instead of breaking that cycle, I perpetuated it, and that realization fills me with regret. I know I manipulated you emotionally, and I hate myself for it. I tried to control you, not because I didn't trust you, but because I was terrified of losing you. My love for you was so overwhelming that it blinded me to the damage I was causing. I can see now how toxic I became, and it's painful to admit that I acted in ways that were harmful to someone I care for so deeply. Yet, despite everything, you remained strong. You handled my behavior with a grace and resilience that I didn't deserve. I admire you so much for that strength, and I'm grateful that you stood by me, even when I made it so difficult for you to do so. Now, I am ready to face the truth about myself and my actions. I've been preparing myself to come clean, to be honest about everything, and to take full responsibility for my mistakes. I am determined not to run away from this anymore. I won't break your trust again with deception or lies. I want to prove to you that I can be better, that I am capable of change, and that I can become the person you deserve. I understand that my apologies and promises might not be enough. I know I've let you down before, and rebuilding trust is no small task, but I am willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. I don't want to lose you, and I'm committed to showing you that I've changed, not just through my words but through my actions. I see now that love isn't about control or fear, it's about trust, respect, and mutual understanding. That's the kind of love I want to offer you now. So I'm asking you, from the depths of my heart, to give me another chance. I know it won't be easy, and I know I have a lot to prove, but I believe in us and I believe that we can heal from this and come out stronger. You are worth every effort, every change, and every step forward. Please let me show you that this time I will never take you or your love for granted again. Your partner deeply values your connection and feels a profound fear of losing you. Since the moment they met you, you've occupied a central place in their thoughts. You've become the anchor of their emotional world, someone they cherish more than they can express. They often find themselves revisiting your photos, which they've saved in their gallery, as a way to feel closer to you in your absence. Each picture reminds them of the bond you share, and every memory reinforces their belief that you are the person they want by their side for the rest of their life. They see you as someone who possesses all the qualities of an ideal partner, someone who can bring stability, love, and happiness into their future. Being near you brings them a sense of peace and contentment they haven't found anywhere else. They love the little things, like resting their head on your shoulder and feeling pampered by your affection.